Get ready for Glory 13, Tokyo. Ariake Coliseum plays host to the greatest gladiators of our time in a landmark event that ushers in a new era of kickboxing.
Unbelievable!
A golden generation of combatants defend their honor against the new blood, hungry for glory in a series of spectacular showdowns.
My recommendation is don't blink in this fight.
Glory 13 Tokyo sees the mighty Dutch lumberjack Peter Arts, kickboxing legend and three-time world champion, face the newly crowned World Heavyweight Tournament champ Rico Verhoeven in a dynamite matchup pitting the grit of experience against the power of youth.
And here comes Arts! Are you kidding me?
Heavyweight titans Daniel Guida and Errol Zimmerman go toe-to-toe in what promises to be a brutal battle as the two monster hitters go to war.
And the right hand drops Gerges.
Plus, for the first time in history, the welterweights prepare to prove themselves the world's greatest in an electrifying four-man championship tournament. Current world number one, Nikki the Natural Holtzkin, will face off against the Armenian machine Karapetyan. And Canadian sensation Bazooka Joe Valtellini takes aim at 10-time karate champion Raymond Daniels. An incredible lineup of legends, past, present, and future. Get ready for glory.
Glory Sports International returns to the land of the rising sun for Glory 13 Tokyo. All of our bouts tonight sanctioned by the International Sport Kickboxing Association. Ariake Coliseum, Tokyo, Japan. Are you ready for glory? Here are your glory girls, Clark, Tia, Alyssa, and Elle. Armenia and the Netherlands square off in the first of our two tournament semifinals. Karapetyan and Nikki Holtzkin.
I like to see somebody's face blown up.
Oh, big shot!
I feel good, strong, powerful.
I like to punch on the lever.
And there's another lever shot!
The ghost goes out of the body. You see it in the eyes. Then they don't have the spirit anymore.
I want to fight to the best fighters in the world to prove that I'm the best.
It's always difficult to fight when you're number one. Everybody wants to get that spot. I want to say to my opponents, good luck, you need it. I will be there with 200%.
I'm good prepared, I'm good informed, I will gonna beat you.
Mauro Ranallo and Duke Rufus ringside. The Glory Welterweight Tournament kicks off in just a moment. Final. We'll have to see if little Geraldo is prophetic in his prognostications.
But I tell you this, Mauro, Nikki Holtzkin is one bad mamma jamma. This guy hunts KOs. He's ruthless in the ring.
are set for the first of our two semifinals in the Glory welterweight tournament. The #1 ranked Nikki the Natural Holtzkin facing the #4 ranked Karapetyan.
Well, all the physical stats are almost the same. What we don't see here is the experience level. The guy with the most experience is Holtzkin, and we're going to see who wants it the most and who wants to go to the championship round.
Tail of the Tape is brought to you by the makers of 5 Hour Energy. And the rules: 3 judges at ringside score each bout, comprised of 3 3-minute rounds using the 10-point must system. The winner of each round receives 10 points, his opponent 9 or less. Scoring is based on a prioritized criteria led by number of knockdowns scored at the top of the list. Here with the official introductions, the international voice of Glory, ring announcer Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first of 2 welterweight semi-final matchups is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he is undefeated in 2 prior Glory appearances. His record, 42 wins with 8 losses, 2 bouts scored even. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.85 meters. He weighed in at 168 pounds, 76.3 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Armenia, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Karapetyan. His opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a 2-time European Muay Thai champion with a professional record of 82 wins with 11 losses, 43 big wins by knockout. Standing 6 feet even, 1.83 meters. He too weighed in at 169 pounds, 77 kilograms. He fights tonight out of the Netherlands and is ranked #1 in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki the Natural Holtzkin. Your referee for this contest is Al Wickers.
Ready? We're going to start right from the corner, guys. Back up to the corner. Back up to the corners, fellas. Judge ready? Judge ready.
The bell in round 1, Glory 13 Tokyo from the Ariake Coliseum is underway with our first of 2 semifinal matchups in the one-night 4-man Glory welterweight tournament. The #1 ranked Nikki the Natural Holtzkin in the white gloves. The #4 ranked Karapetyan in the black gloves.
Morrow, this is going to be a very interesting fight. They fought before. Holtzkin won their last affair, but we're in the tournament format. We're going to see, is Holtzkin going to be aggressive, or is he going to try and just take this on points and go to the finals?
Holtzkin won their first meeting in February of 2012 via 5-round unanimous decision. Karapetyan's first fight after a long layoff where he concentrated on his studies. He is a lawyer and speaks many different languages, but now looking to upset the #1 ranked Holtzkin and book his ticket to the final later tonight with a tournament championship belt and $100,000 in cash up for grabs. A minute gone in the opening round. Inside low kick by Karapetyan. Holtzkin coming forward. Right hand blocked by Karapetyan, who responds with a deep. On the left hook by Holtzkin, drops Karapetyan.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Tournament rules dictate 2 knockdowns in a round or a total of 3 knockdowns in the fight. And the bout is over. And Holtzkin in on the attack. Again, the left hook. And a nice 1-2 combination, splitting the guard of Karapetyan.
Yes, Holtzkin is known for one-punch knockout power. His training partners say he hits like a heavyweight. This guy's got incredible power, and he's, again, just ruthless in the ring.
More than half of his 82 victories have come via form of knockout. And he's looking for the KO here in round 1 with 60 seconds left. Right hand behind the guard, a savage body puncher, as you saw right there. And it's all Nikki the Natural Holtzkin here in the first of our 2 semifinal bouts.
He's doing a great job of punching around Karapetyan's guard. Karapetyan looks to be covered, but there's that left hook. He's got good precision, good body dig with that uppercut, and he's going for broke.
One of the best boxers in kickboxing, switching his stance to a southpaw stance momentarily. Superb sense of distance and timing. Picks his opponents apart with precision, striking using setups and counterattacks to take them apart.
His confidence right now is insane. Nice jump knee, switch knee. Got to stay on him, though, if he wants to finish early.
Another left hook to the head by Holtzkin, who continues to tee off on Karapetyan. It's been a blizzard of blows, courtesy of the natural in round one.
Little blow after the bell, a little bad blood possibly. Holtzkin definitely won that round dominant with that big left hook, dropped him on his butt, but I would have liked to see him go for it. If I was coaching Nicky, I'm like, the blood's on the water, let's finish this kid so we can go to the locker room and watch who we're fighting next. But here's two looks at the knockdown. You can see Holtzkin set it up with a great hook off the block. Because he was walking in, he sliced the right hand. As he slices the right hand, he sets up the hook. Again, he turns that wrist over right at the end, which causes to jar the jaw, and the brain bounces off the head. That's knockdown 101 here.
The lovely Tia, one of the 4 Glory girls in attendance here tonight. Karapetyan, a very technical fighter, but he lacks the power of Holtzkin, as evidenced by his 4 wins inside the distance. The bell and round 2. Karapetyan in the black gloves, Holtzkin in the white gloves. Karapetyan tasting the power of the natural in round 1 as he was felled by a left hook, inside low kick by Holtzkin, countered by a push kick from Karapetyan, who then sticks the jab. Right hand behind the guard by Holtzkin.
Holtzkin started the round in the southpaw stance, and then he fluidly switched right back to right hand. He's very good at that. He's such a great fighter. He can fight and punch from either stance.
Outside of kickboxing, Holtzkin has succeeded in both Muay Thai and professional boxing. Striking specialist to be sure. Karapetyan now feinting, using head movement. Holtzkin more than doubling Karapetyan in total strikes landed. Right hand lands by the natural. 1 minute gone in round 2. Right body kick by Holtzkin, and the left hook again drops Karapetyan for the second time in the fight. That left hook is lethal.
That was Groundhog Day for Karapetyan. 1 round, again, catching that left hook.
1 more knockdown by Holtzkin, and this fight is over. The right uppercut jacking the jaw of Karapetyan. Karapetyan now with an aggressive counterattack as they are both teeing off on each other. 1.5 minutes remaining in round 2.
He's wobbled. I think he can finish him here. Nice slip.
And again, the winner has to fight twice in one night. Holtzkin would love to vanquish Karapetyan as quickly as possible, but Karapetyan showing his heart and his resolve with the push kick.
Nicky Holtzkin's doing something really impressive to me. Most fighters block with one hand and punch back with the other. He's doing something that Floyd Mayweather's awesome at. He's blocking with his left hand and then punching back a la Mayweather style with his own left hook.
Lead left hook behind the guard, right uppercut by Holtzkin, who switches to a southpaw stance again. Final minute of the second round. It's been all Nicky the Natural Holtzkin, the #1 ranked welterweight in Glory, a perfect 4-0 under the Glory banner. Inside low kick by Holtzkin. Another inside low kick to the lead leg, which of course, wanting to sap the power of Karapetyan.
His precision, all of his strikes are
Surgical.
Yes, even more than Giorgio Petrosian. I think that he's probably becoming our Mayweather of Glory here. He's not wasting any energy.
Push kick to the face by Karapetyan. 15 seconds left in the round. Spinning kick to the liver there by Holtzkin. Another strong round for the natural.
This kid is something else. That was a beautiful display of turning it up. He got the knockdown, but he went for it at the end. You know, here's 2 looks at the knockdown. Again, off that block, he goes with the precision left hook and jacks him across the jaw with it. Just short and sweet right there. Sees that chin pop up and does just what he should do, bounce that hook. Don't overswing. When you bounce, it snaps the jaw, and that's what gives you a great knockdown.
The late Ramon Decker's a huge influence on the natural Nikki Holtzkin, dedicating this fight to the fallen diamond as we take a look at Elle, another lovely Glory girl. You may recognize her from the Blurred Lines video.
Second
Can I say it was one of my favorite videos of the year?
Sure.
So again, Nikki the Natural Holtzkin dedicating this fight to the legend, Ramon Deckers, who we lost earlier this year at the age of 43. And now a very aggressive start by Karapetyan, knowing that he is behind the 8 ball here, being knocked down twice, courtesy of the left hook of Nikki Holtzkin.
Well, coming into this tournament, I watched a lot of fights of all these guys, and I got to tell you, the favorite was Holtzkin, but I'm so impressed by he's improved from the last fight I watched of him. That just goes to show you he could win this tournament. You know, great low kick, just so sharp.
Calling down Karapetyan with the kicks, inside low kick, and forcing Karapetyan momentarily to switch stances.
What I don't understand, Morrow, is Karapetyan's not going for it. He's got to go for broke, man. It's the title. He needs some power.
It's a power outage for Karapetyan. 17-1 in total power strikes landed, courtesy of the natural Nikki Holtzkin. Under 2 minutes left in the fight. Holtzkin switching to southpaw momentarily and whipping that low kick into the leg, and another baseball bat-like kick, the jump knee by Holtzkin, who's putting on a clinic here in our first semifinal, Glory 13 Tokyo. Karapetyan coming forward, missing with the right hand. Holtzkin doing a good job with the footwork and executing another inside low kick before sticking the jab.
I gotta tell you, Morrow, one thing I'm impressed with this generation of kickboxers is their boxing. You can tell that they're studying the sweet science. These guys are much better at boxing than the guys in my era.
Amazing year for the sweet science and an amazing year for kickboxing, courtesy of the Glory. As we are just getting underway here at the Ariake Coliseum in Tokyo, another left hook lands by Holtzkin with under a minute remaining in the semifinal bout. Nice right hand low kick combination by Holtzkin. Now a flurry of punches by Karapetyan. Holtzkin catches the kick. Karapetyan coming forward, but really not doing a lot with those strikes. Holtzkin very much in control.
Well, not only is his offense great, he has great defense and incredible guard.
Final 20 seconds of this semifinal matchup. One that has been controlled by the #1 ranked Nikki the Natural Holtzkin, with 2 knockdowns as we are in the home stretch. And this first semifinal matchup is in the books. We'll get the official decision in just a moment.
25, 30-25, and 29-26, a unanimous decision for your winner, who now advances to the tournament final, Nikki Holtzkin.
Nikki the Natural Holtzkin celebrating his birthday weekend style with a dominant unanimous decision win over Karapetyan, and he advances to the final later tonight in pursuit of the championship belt and the $100,000 in cash. The second half of our tournament is straight ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our second semifinal matchup, it is an all North American All-American bout as the U.S. takes on Canada. Raymond Daniels versus Joseph Valtellini.
I am one of the best kickboxers in the world. Tokyo is just another opportunity for me to show it.
It doesn't make a difference what my opponent is going to do. I will show you why I am the greatest fighter of all time.
Raymond Daniels is unorthodox, but I do know what to expect.
I wouldn't consider anything that I do unorthodox. It's actually martial arts 101. I throw techniques that they aren't able to really train against, but I understand their style. Anything that he does, I'm already 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of.
I'm a better kickboxer. I like to push the pace. I like to make my opponent fight my fight.
Anybody can do that, but can you, all the crowd, can you give them something that they've never seen before?
It comes down to who wants it more. I want it more.
You're in my way on my path to greatness.
Who will face Nicky Holtzkin in the tournament final? It will be either Joe Valtellini or Raymond Daniels. Glory 13 Tokyo rolls on.
First to make his way to the Glory ring, he won his Glory debut in Chicago at Glory 11. Here is Raymond Daniels.
The champ is here. Time's up. The champ is here. The champ is here. The champ is here. How else can I say it? I don't speak no other languages.
33-year-old real deal Raymond Daniels representing the USA, an undefeated kickboxing record of 24-0, 14 wins inside the distance.
This guy's the real-life karate kid. He grew up doing martial arts, and you'll see it in his style tonight in the ring. A whirling dervish of spin kicks and different moves that you won't see from a lot of the other fighters here in Glory.
Undefeated in 3 prior Glory starts, please welcome Joseph Valtellini.
28-year-old Bazooka Joe Joseph Valtellini enters this tournament with a record of 10-1, 9 wins via form of knockout, a perfect 3-0 in Glory, ranked number 2.
Well, Bazooka Joe is going to look to gun down the real deal Raymond Daniels. He's going to need to stay in his face and not give him room to do those spectacular moves that Daniels is known for.
It's time for the second semifinal of the Glory 13 Tokyo welterweight tournament. The number 2 ranked Bazooka Joe Joseph Valtellini against the number 13 ranked Raymond the real deal Daniels.
And again, the stats are real similar here, but the one stat that we don't see is the experience of the kickboxing of Joseph Valtellini, and as well the karate experience of Raymond Daniels.
Tail of the tape brought to you by the makers of 5 Hour Energy.
Our second semifinal in our welterweight tournament, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, this karate black belt puts a perfect 24-0 record on the line tonight in Tokyo. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, 1.88 meters, and he weighed in at 169 pounds, 76.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the United States, ladies and gentlemen, here is Raymond Real Deal Daniels. Here now is his opponent fighting out of the white corner, an IKF World Light Middleweight Champion. His professional record, 10 wins with just 1 loss, 9 of those 10 wins by knockout. At 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.80 meters, he weighed in at an even 169 pounds, 76.9 kilos, fighting tonight out of Canada. And ranked number 2 in the Glory World Rankings, please welcome Bazooka Joe Valtellini. The referee for this contest, Atsushi Onari.
Atsushi Onari, the referee for this, our second semifinal matchup. The bell and round 1. Bazooka Joe, Joseph Valtellini in the white gloves. Raymond the Real Deal Daniels taking a sweet time of engaging in activity in the black gloves. Coming off a victory in his Glory debut at Glory 11 Chicago with a first-round TKO over Brian Foster. Valtellini has won all 3 of his appearances in the Glory ring. Fresh off a win over Kareem Gaji via third-round TKO at Glory 11 Chicago back in October. Daniels, just 5 years old when his black belt father Frank began teaching him the art of Kempo Karate. And that was the beginning of a long, hard road that saw the younger Daniels earn his own black belt 17 years later. American fans may recognize Daniel for his run in Chuck Norris's World Combat League. Whips in the outside low kick, the head kick blocked by Valtellini, who is an aggressive knockout artist. But outside the ring, works as a PE teacher in a school for youths with special needs in his native Toronto.
Daniels has a unique style. It comes from point karate. In point karate, it's all about scoring and not getting hit. What Daniels is doing, that's called blitzing in point karate tournaments. He'll slide in, score quick, and move and not get hit. And it's very hard for people to deal with. They're not used to fighting someone like that. Valtellini
aptly called the 2013 the year of the underdog, as we saw the oblique kick there from Daniels. And boy, you're right, you look at the tournament winners in Glory. We have Andy Risty, Joe Schilling, Rico Verhoeven. All 3 of them went into their respective tournaments as underdogs, all emerged victorious. Double left hook by Valtellini finishes off that combination with a left outside low kick as they clinch now. And again, they have up to 5 seconds to deliver effective knee strikes in the clinch. Under a minute left in the opening round.
Valtellini needs to get busier. He's waiting for something to happen. With a guy who's that mobile, you got to throw more. You need output to make things land.
Got to be on the lookout for Daniels' trademark jumping spin kick. Body kick by Valtellini. Again, attacking the lead leg is Daniels. There's a right hand through the guard by Valtellini.
Valtellini needs to cut that ring off.
Oh, and that right hand sent Valtellini sprawling, but it was not ruled a knockdown by the referee.
He needs to cut the ring off on a guy like Raymond Daniels. He can't chase him. He's got there. That's what happened. He let him go there. He's got to cut the ring off, move his feet so he can't get away.
Strong opening 3 minutes for Raymond Real Deal Daniels, who was the last to gain entry into the tournament, replacing Mark Devant.
That's definitely Daniels' round by effective striking, hitting and moving, ring generalship. He's, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, as they'd say back in the day with Muhammad Ali. He's doing a great job. He's getting more comfortable with the low kicks and he's learning the Glory style of fighting.
It's okay. Okay.
Again, it's very hard to hit something that isn't there, and Daniels is very good at not being there for his opponents.
While still in high school, Daniels became a father and seeking a better life for him and his son. At 21, he became a peace officer with the Long Beach, California Police Department, serving the department before retiring to concentrate on his martial arts teaching and professional kickboxing careers. And there is Alyssa, who you can follow on Twitter. You can see her in this month's FHM magazine. Also, a little birdie told me.
Round 2.
Second round begins as the two-touch gloves. Raymond the Real Deal Daniels in the black gloves. Bazooka Joe, Joseph Valtellini on a much aggressive start with the white gloves. He connects with the inside low kick. Again, that side kick by Daniels comes at you at all kinds of angles. He's like a whirling dervish of kicks. But Valtellini remaining focused, high guard.
What Joseph needs to do is not back up. If he doesn't back up, he doesn't give Daniels room to do that. If he holds his ground, he's got to back Daniels up and he'll control this fight.
The 33-year-old Daniels with more than double the professional experience of the 28-year-old Valtellini, who comes in again with 11 pro fights, 10 wins, 9 inside the distance, lead left hook to the liver by Valtellini.
This fight almost reminds me of Oscar De La Hoya when he fought Pernell Whitaker. He had a hard time dealing with Sweet Pea's footwork.
Looking at total strikes landed, the edges with Valtellini. More than double those landed according to strike stats, but the numbers don't always tell the full story of the fight. What has been a competitive affair thus far. Lead kick to the outside of the left leg of Daniels. There's a jumping knee by Daniels. Another knee to the midsection, countered with a outside low kick by Valtellini, who has Daniels in the corner. Just past the midway point of round 2.
Starting to gun him down with those low kicks. You can see that Daniels is not moving as good. You can see he's moving a little gingerly. There again, he's out. That's it.
A triumvirate of outside low kicks executed by Valtellini. Better round for the Canadian. Taking it to Daniels in the corner, unleashing punches in bunches. Daniels comes back with a counter right that connects to the side of Valtellini's face. Under a minute left in the second round.
The disadvantage of Daniels' blitzing style, when he lands like that off balance, it's very easy for a good low kicker to kick him. It's hard to check when you're off balance.
Two shot.
A much different atmosphere in Japan than you may be accustomed to if you've seen our previous Glory events. The Japanese audience very respectful, very educated, very focused on the action inside the squared circle. Daniels backing away. Valtellini wanting to cut off the ring. Outside low kick by Valtellini. Final 10 seconds in what has been a much better round for 28-year-old Bazooka Joe, Joseph Valtellini. We're headed to the third and final round.
Well, the ammunition is stocked in the Bazooka. Round 2 was all Valtellini. All day with the low kicks, and I think he could stop Daniels in the third round if he stays on him. He's doing a great job. Again, here's 2 looks at that big round kick that hurt Daniels. Setting it up perfect, leading with the punches first, putting the punches in the face, the camouflage, a good low kick. He cut under the block. That stumbled him, came back with a nice combination. Again, went to the body. Textbook. Again, right around and under that block and stumbled him. You can see that the low kicks are definitely affecting the athletic and agile Daniels. It's slowing him down. That's why you want to low kick people. It's like taking the wheels off of a good car.
Conspicuous by his absence in his corner is his coach Paul Minhas, who coached Gary Goodridge in the Pride and K1 days, known for teaching those low kicks. There's a look at Clark, another one of our 4 lovely Glory girls in attendance here, Ariake Coliseum, Tokyo, Japan, for Glory 13. The bell and the third and final round begins. A spot in the final against the #1 ranked Nikki the Natural Holtzkin hangs in the balance. It looks like Daniels' bells were jingled there by Valtellini.
Not the Christmas celebration he was looking for.
Valtellini on the attack. Right hand, outside low kick, good combination there by the Canadian.
What we saw in Chicago at Glory is Valtellini gets stronger as the fight comes, and he's doing a good job. He picks it up in all of his Glory fights. And again, the totals, I mean, look at it. He's landed almost half of his shots, 47%, and they're all power shots, too.
Valtellini very proud of his Italian heritage. In fact, it was his father, Emilio. As a young boy, they used to watch movies like Kickboxer, Bloodsport, and Rocky together, and Emilio really gave his son every opportunity to succeed in the martial arts, and he's made the trip to Japan as he watches his son deliver a couple of left hooks to the body. Daniels goes down following that kick, and referee waves off the fight. It'll be the number 2 ranked Valtellini against the number 1 ranked Holtzkin in what should be a sensational final later tonight.
Wow, what a finish. He started out slow, but again, came back. That's why we call him the bazooka. He's got firepower. This kid is Kid Dynamite.
So Bazooka Joe, Joseph Valtellini, records his 10th victory inside the distance, improving to 11-1. You're watching Glory 13 Tokyo.
He was tough, and he was able to pull out the victory.
And he'll get to enjoy some of Mama's Voda Voda, specialty in Sicily, and one that he will get to enjoy when he gets home. But first things first, he has more business ahead as he will face the number 1 ranked Nicky the Natural Holtzkin. That's coming up in the tournament final with $100,000 up for grabs. So Nicky Holtzkin ranked number 1, lots more experience than the number 2 ranked Bazooka Joe, Joseph Valtellini, but they will vie for the welterweight tournament championship and the money that comes with it later tonight. Coming up here at Glory 13 Tokyo, mixed martial artist, now kickboxer Dustin Jacoby of the USA seeks his 5th victory in Glory as he takes on Japan's Makoto Uehara as Glory 13 rolls on from the land of the rising sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, this light heavyweight bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And first to make his way to the Glory ring, he's here in Tokyo to make his Glory debut. Please welcome Makoto Uehara.
Japan's Makoto Uehara, making his Glory debut, comes in ranked number 17 with a record of 15-4-1, 9 wins via form of KO or TKO.
What he's going to have to do is use his kickboxing pedigree. He can't get caught up in the brawling style of Jacoby because that's what Jacoby loves to do. He wants to overrun him, and he's got to outgun him.
This man was with us at Glory 9, New York, and comes to Japan for the first time in his fighting career. Here is Dustin Jacoby.
He was indeed born in the USA. Dustin Jacoby making his way to the Glory ring for the 7th time. He has a record of 4-2 with 3 wins inside the distance. Ranked number 10 in the light heavyweight division. Glory 13 Tokyo continues with action in the light heavyweight division. The number 10 ranked Dustin Jacoby of the USA Squaring off against Glory newcomer, Japan's Makoto Uehara, ranked number 17. Here's the tail of the tape brought to you by the makers of 5 Hour Energy.
Makoto is 4 years the senior at age 29, but the significant stat physically is Jacoby has a 4-inch height advantage in this fight.
Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he holds a black belt in Shidokan Karate. His professional record, 15 wins with 4 losses, 1 bout scored even. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 1.82 meters, and he weighed in at 197 pounds, 89.7 kilos. Fighting tonight for Japan, ladies and gentlemen, Makoto Moneyboy Uehara. His opponent, fighting out of the white corner, won the Road to Glory tournament earlier this year. His record, 4 wins with 2 losses, but 3 of those 4 victories have come by knockout. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, 1.90 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at an even 198 pounds, 90 kilograms. Fighting tonight out of the United States of America, please welcome Dustin the Hanyak Jacoby. Once again, your referee, Atsushi Onari.
Atsushi Onari has been assigned the task of refereeing this light heavyweight bout, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Dustin Jacoby in the black gloves. And actually, Makoto Uehara also in the black gloves. Usually they are black or white. Jacoby, former UFC fighter, won the inaugural Road to Glory USA tournament in Tulsa, Oklahoma earlier this year, storming the 8-man single elimination tourney, stopping all 3 of his opponents inside the distance. Incredibly, he entered the tournament in less than 36 hours' notice, marking his debut as a professional kickboxer. You talk about a real-life Rocky story.
Well, what he has going for him, he grew up doing wrestling, and he is, as well as MMA pedigree. He's used to competing on a high level, so you can't teach people skill, but this kid has got will.
He's been training in Colorado at Factory X Muay Thai under Mark Montoya, alongside mixed martial artists Chris Camozzi, Joe Warren, and Scott Jorgensen. Meanwhile, Uehara, a black belt in Shidokan Karate, formerly fought in the K1 heavyweight division, as Jacoby misses with that left hook. They touch gloves.
Jacoby's doing a great job of using his height right now, but big advantage in fighting.
Uehara defeated compatriot Kendo Shimizu, to secure a domestic Japanese title and earn a call-up to the Glory ranks. He's also scored victories over the likes of Stefan Leko and Yang Soo Park, who is a member of South Korea's national Taekwondo team. Minute and a half gone in round 1. Outside low kick by Uehara. The clinch by Jacoby.
Jacoby actually went over to Golden Glory Breda as well earlier this year and did some cross-training there and really worked on, with some of the world's best kickboxers. And he said it was a great experience for him. It really got him exposed to getting better at kickboxing.
Superman punch by Jacoby, under a minute left in the opening round. Inside low kick by the American fighter. Much bigger than his Japanese opponent. Inside low kick by Uehara. But it's Jacoby continuing to stalk the Japanese fighter. But Uehara comes forward with a combination. Uehara brings a 4-fight win streak into his Glory debut, while Jacoby trying to bounce back from a loss to Daniel Ilunga at Glory 9 New York back in June of this year. Final 15 seconds of the opening round. A cautious beginning between Dustin Jacoby and Makoto Uehara here in the Glory's light heavyweight division.
Morrow, Jacoby definitely won that round, and I'm seeing a much more poised and experienced-looking Jacoby. You can see since his last fight, he's worked on a lot of things. You know, in fighting, we say you win or you learn. He definitely went and learned from his last few outings in Glory, and he looked sharp. He definitely won that round, and he's doing a good job of backing up his opponent.
Uehara told us his favorite fighters are Gokhan Saki, Tyrone Spong, and Nathan Corbett. Says those are the types of fighters he always strives to emulate. He wants to help kickboxing return to its rightful place in the Japanese sports landscape as we take a look at Tia, one of the Glory girls, smiling brightly as she wants to wish, as all the Glory girls want to wish each and every one of you a happy holidays. Jacoby, as big as he is, has talked about dropping to the middleweight division here in Glory. He says he enjoys competing at light heavyweight, but he feels he can be more dominant at 187. The bell in round 2. Mauro Ranallo along with Duke Rufus ringside at the Ariake Coliseum in Tokyo, wrapping up a memorable campaign for the Glory Kickboxing organization with Glory 13 Tokyo, the right head kick by Jacoby.
I like how Jacoby's using those broomstick jabs. I mean, that's
push kick.
That's vintage Semi Schilt. Tall man with straight punches. That's what made Semi Schilt one of the only guys to win the Grand Prix so many times. You know, height matters in fighting. Yes, 4 times.
With Ernesto Host. And still currently the Glory heavyweight champion, although his future remains in limbo. One of the most dominant kickboxers ever, Semi Schilt. But Jacoby and Uehara would like to establish their reputations in kickboxing, and a much more active round here in the middle stanza. Inside low kick by Uehara, who eats a couple of punches through the guard by Jacoby. Lead a left hand to the upper torso by Uehara.
Well, he said he liked Saki, Corbett, and of course Tyrone Spong, but those guys don't move backwards. He needs to move forward to be like those guys.
Minute 45 left in the round. Lead right hand by Jacoby, counter right from Uehara. Jacoby very measured, very poised, as you mentioned, Duke.
Well, how I judge a person's striking skills isn't necessarily how they strike at someone. How do they behave when someone's striking at you? And that's the improvement I've seen from Dustin Jacoby. He's getting comfortable getting hit at and countering just like that very well.
And while he's had a remarkable beginning to his kickboxing career, he has not written off mixed martial arts totally. He says he would like to do both if possible, a la Tyrone Spong in 2014. There's a slip by Uehara.
No, we want these guys to stay in Glory. There's too much fun over here at Glory.
Final minute in round 2. Ooh, that head kick was blocked by Uehara.
No, Dustin's the headhunter tonight with those head kicks too. Again, just using his reach, setting up those kicks with the punches.
Nice jab by Jacoby. Checks that inside low kick by Uehara.
Well, pound sign on Twitter, but I'll say this over and over. No guts, no glory. Uehara, you're losing the fight. Let's get urgent, man. Go for it. You're fighting in your home country. Let's fly the flag and go for broke.
Jacoby doing a good job of checking those kicks by Uehara. Final 15 seconds of the second round. Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Glory light heavyweight division. Glory newcomer Makoto Uehara taking on Dustin Jacoby, who continues to control this fight.
That's 2 rounds to nothing, Jacoby. What I like, what he did at the end of the round was footwork, moving away.
A reminder, Glory 14 comes your way March 8th, 2014 from Zagreb, Croatia. It will feature the debut of the Croatian sensation with apologies to Pat Militic, Mirko Krokop against Remy Bonjaski. That's coming your way March 8th of next year, Glory 14, Zagreb. Still to come tonight, the man who upset the apple cart big time in the heavyweight division, the Prince, crowned king of the Glory heavyweight tournament earlier this year, Rico Verhoeven, he faces the legendary Dutch lumberjack Peter Arts in what is being billed as Arts' last stand here in the land of the rising sun. That's still to come here at Glory 13 Tokyo. Third round underway. Emily Jacoby looking to establish his territory once again, mixing up the punches and kicks. Uehara not fully committing to those inside low kicks, and really it's Jacoby that's got the power edge in this fight, although Uehara swinging the combination. But backing up, Duke, as you mentioned, unlike his favorite fighters, Saki, Sprung, and Corbett, who are always in the pocket, ready to go toe-to-toe.
And that's what I love about Glory. It's 9 minutes of getting after it.
Well, you'd like to see Uehara get after it.
That's how you're going to win. If you don't swing the bat, you can't hit home runs in baseball. If you don't take shots on goal in any sport, you're not going to score goals. You got to shoot for the goal.
While Jacoby's in control of this fight, would you like to see him be a little more aggressive?
I think he's trying to look for a KO. Definitely he's in control of the fight. He could be a little bit more aggressive, but at the same time, there's that overhand right he's got to watch out for.
Lead left hook to the body by Uehara. Bouncing off, Jacoby continues to walk forward. Jacoby sticks the jab through the guard, does it again. Not following up with the right hand, however. A minute and a half left in the fight. Outside low kick by Jacoby. Uehara not putting up much of a fight here in his Glory debut in front of his family and friends, and timeout called by the referee as... Oh, there, finally! Referee doing a good job, getting more aggressive. Reminiscent of the days of Pride Fighting Championships when Yuji Shimada would scream, "Action!"
Well, the fans paid good money for these seats. They want good fights.
Spinning hook kick by Uehara. Lead left hook to the body by Uehara.
In the fight game, sometimes there's guys, they're good athletes, they're good technically, and then there's guys who are just good fighters. That's what I think Jacoby is. I'm not saying that he can't get better technically, but you can see that he's got a fighter's heart, and he needs to take advantage of that. His opponent isn't, though. He needs to attack. You got to attack to win.
There's a left hook to the body by Uehara, but misses with the right cross. Coming forward now with the push kick. 30 seconds left in the bout. Spinning back kick grazes the body of Uehara by Jacoby. So Dustin Jacoby seemingly cruising to a one-sided unanimous decision win here in Tokyo at Glory 13. So we will get the official decision in just a moment. Stay right where you are. You're watching Glory 13 Tokyo. Watching Glory 13 Tokyo from the Ariake Coliseum. We have just witnessed light heavyweight action between American Dustin Jacoby and Japanese newcomer Makoto Uehara.
Some great highlights. Again, blocking the kick, come back with that broomstick jab. But Uehara did land a few of the punches that landed in the fight there. Good overhand right, but great counter knee by Dustin Jacoby. Using his height, defended that spin kick there. And nice jumping knee setup. And here's our final stats. And again, Jacoby had the more numbers put out, and definitely Uehara threw more, but Jacoby won the fight.
Man, it's weird Uehara with the edge in the strike stats, but let's see if it made a difference on the judges' scorecards. Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we send it to the judges' scorecard, and they score the bout. Judge Okabayashi, 30-27, Uehara. Judge LaRose, 29-28, Jacoby. And Judge Wickers, 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Makoto Uehara.
The look on Dustin Jacoby's face says it all. Talk about a lump of coal in Jacoby's stocking this holiday season, Duke.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he did everything to win that fight. He punched him in the face a lot more.
Makoto Uehara wins a split decision in his Glory debut, improving to 16-4-1, while a incredulous Dustin Jacoby falls to 4-3. Still to come, the final of the one-night Glory four-man welterweight tournament, and it should be a scintillating affair. The number one ranked Nicky, the natural Holtzkin of the Netherlands, battles the number 2 ranked Canadian Bazooka Joe Joseph Valtellini. Still to come here at Glory 13 Tokyo. Right now, let's check in with our Ron Kruk.
Thanks, guys. Backstage here at the Ariake Coliseum, where our 2 welterweight tournament finalists are preparing for the championship bout. Now, I just left the locker room of the young Canadian phenom, Joseph Valtellini, and he was extremely relaxed going into the biggest fight of his career. He said, hey, bottom line, this is my opportunity. If he's going to claim Glory Gold, he'll have to get by this man behind me, the number 1 ranked welterweight, Nicky Holtzkin, who just said, hey, I've got no game plan. I just have to be myself. The key is both fighters have been cleared by the doctors, so we are set for our championship fight. $100,000 is on the line. Morrow, back to you.
Great stuff as always, Ron. We cannot wait for the final, and hey, we can't wait to see this man in action either. It's more heavyweight competition at Glory